dark of the night, something strange is going on. You see that movie, Night of the Living Dead? Sure. They ship those bodies. Well, say hello. The dead have risen from the grave.
Mixer, there's 100 of those things out there.
How many did you say?
100? And now the question is, how do we get them back into the ground?
Frank, we have a little problem.
Four left. 10 right. It's all over everything, stupid asshole. Watch your tongue, boy, if you like this job. Like this job?
Science is back.
And it's a puzzle, because technically, you're not alive. Why do you eat people?
Not people. Brains.
How do you kill something that's already dead? Well, how do I know, Fred? I don't know. Let me think.
It's not a bad question, Bert. In that movie, they destroyed the brain to kill him. Is that what they did? The brain, right.
Brain. The brain. I hit the brain. Oh! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
The military is nervous.
Your day.
Usual crap.
The police confused.
Send more cops. It worked in the movie. Well, it ain't working now. Brain the movie line.
It's not a bad question, Bert. It's not a bad question, Bert. It's not a bad question, Bert.
The return of the living dead.
Yes, how was that for a segue? Hell yeah.
Hey man, that got me pumped.
Yeah, Dorf over here, as you guys know, of course, here. Killer Pizza, man. We had this planned a couple weeks ago, man. We got a wires crossed, but everything's cool. We're here. much appreciated, man. And I'm much looking forward to checking out this film with you. Uh,
Well,
and,
I appreciate you having me on, and I apologize for
man.
not making it to the last one. I'll just say my boss ain't watching this, so anyone watching out there, I allegedly might have eaten some THC edibles before the last stream and slept my life away that whole night. I woke up the next day. I was like, oh shit, I done slept for 12 hours.
That happens, man. No problem. No problem at all. On, on the zombie scale, I know your two favorite subgenres are slashers and zombies. Where do
Yep.
you put this, man? Where do you put this in on your zombie scale?
Number one.
Number one. Hell yeah.
Very favorite. I think like I want to put like the original Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead over this, like as a quote unquote better movie. I just have so much fun with this one.
This is probably the one of the most fun just films all around that's ever been made, man. The chat, we've got Ninja, we got Drake, we got Bliss. What's going on Miss Bliss? Let's see. Drake, Bliss, cool. Got five right now. Very cool, very cool. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated, man. I am checking out the 4K. Man, this I remember going and seeing this. I see this with my mom that came on at the theater, and the reason we ended up at this one is she took me to see Day of the Dead. But Day of the Dead had this rating thing going where if you was under 18, you just could not get in. Period. And so they would not let me in, even with my mom. So we just switched, went down to the other theater, and we seen this one, and it was like in August, I do believe, somewhere around the middle of August. And for the rest of that summer, I used the little 3.75 GI Joe guys and played Return of the Living Dead. Man, I was 12 years old, and I was having a ball playing Return of the Living Dead. So hell yeah.
The irony of getting into this movie because the other one was inappropriate. Like, I mean, I don't think this movie's as gory as people claim it is to be for whatever reason.
Right.
But like the Linnea Quigley scene alone, it's like just being younger and seeing that. Which were you still planning on coming up April 19th for that Static Tape Video Convention?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to miss that. She's one that I definitely want to end up meeting.
Oh yeah.
I go and do that kind of thing very often, but I do want to do this. Plus, I want to check out that store. The store looks badass.
They're about to be at a new location. They got the bigger store. So if anybody watching this, if you're free, April 19th, we're going to meet up in Muskegon, Michigan. Static Tape Video. They're going to have Linnea Quigley there, a bunch of celebrities, bands, and yeah, that's definitely one on my list. I always want to meet. Like,
hell yeah, she's a sweetheart too, man. She's so down to earth. Always has, man. She had a thing happen to her a few years back. Her house burned down or something like that. And I think she lost a pet or two and everything. And fans got together. She didn't even ask for a GoFundMe. They just put one together for her and started raising money for her. That's how much she means to people. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's pretty fucking cool, man.
I heard she's a big like animal enthusiast too. Like has like a ranch for cats and dogs and animals. Which anybody who does that, I gotta respect it. I don't like animal abuse, man. That's just
Right. Yeah.
I could watch all these people get killed in the horror movie. They take out one dog, and I'm pissed.
Where you at when it comes to Cannibal Holocaust? They kill the turtle.
I've never seen it because of that. My friend told me that you can get a animal cruelty free version on the Blu-ray, but I just never watched it.
Ooh.
Same like Faces of Death. I seen those when I was a kid, but people always talk about like the monkey getting its head bashed in. I'm like, I must have just been too young to know what I was watching because that shit would traumatize me nowadays. Even the split dog scene kind of fucks with me a little bit in this movie.
What they did with the monkey and all that kind of stuff was faked, man. They end up proving that later, and they end up saying, no, man, we didn't do that shit. Most of that stuff in those is faked. Actually, they just do it really well. Here's the collector's edition that was released several years back.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 4K. I got that right here.
That's what I'm rocking.
And I, of course, got the vinyl. Great vinyl, man. One of the greatest soundtracks ever of all time, too, especially if you're a punk fan.
Oh yeah. Every time the Surfing Dead starts, yeah, I got that vinyl. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, Austin, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, man. Have you watched the documentary and everything on this?
Oh yeah, that More Brains documentary.
Oh yeah,
Awesome stuff.
very good, man. That's something I didn't realize until I watched it. Of course, it was several years ago. That Russell Schreiner, the one that helped produce and helped make and helped star in the original Night of the Dead. You know, this comes directly from John Russo's story,
Hmm.
and it's just altered and changed around to suit Dan O'Bannon, which was a damn good filmmaker too. You know what I mean? So I love the combination. You got Russell Schreiner, you got John Russo, and then of course you got Dan O'Bannon. Made
Have
like
you
I said,
read the book?
no,
The
no, I
Return
haven't.
to I seen it was on my premium on Spotify, like listen to it, like book on tape. I meant to start it like a year ago and completely forgot.
I didn't know there was a book. Very cool, very cool. I got the Charman figure back there. I'll pull him out here in a little bit and show him off. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, let me see. Yes, an eye and the vinyl was that book. Yeah, and the cool thing about this vinyl is, Ninja Man, is you can get this for 35 bucks, which is cheap for a vinyl with these kind of vinyls.
Yeah,
Vinyls
they
are,
got a bunch of different variants and everything too, like the blood splatter and all that.
yeah. This is let me see. What do I got here? Well, I have the limited to I don't remember how many copies, but
I think that's the one I have.
it's
I got
limited
my Return Living Dead Part 2 vinyl finally around Christmas. I remember just like
to
in my basement wrapping Christmas presents, listening to the Return Living Dead Part 2 soundtrack. I'm like, I'm a psychopath, man. What the like? Who does that?
it's just, man, this is just so unique, and you got to think how iconic this film is. This in every way, to me, in my opinion, is just as iconic as any of the Romero ones, because this is where brain eating came from. You know, there was no brain eating zombies before this film. You know,
Hmm.
and these fuckers, you cut them down in little pieces, and those little pieces still try to come after you. You know what I mean? There's no shooting them in the brain and killing them. You can't kill these fuckers. You got to burn them to ash.
It worked in the movie. It's not working now.
You're not gonna win. Yeah, you're just not. Let me see. Oh, something I want to show you real quick before we move on here. It's something I know you'll appreciate. Got this from Vinegar Syndrome. It's the re-release with the new slipcover of Bret Hart Wrestling with Shadow.
Oh yeah, that's a really good documentary too.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I remember seeing it when before they ever released it on physical media when it was just on A&E. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, I got my Vinegar Syndrome package today. Actually, I didn't grab much. I got Iced, the new Street Trash, and I got the VHS too, the Joe Bob Briggs VHS.
Right.
Yeah, and I
Right.
know this is more of like a summertime horror movie. We could have done more of like a wintertime horror movie, but this is just, it's so weird, that this is a comfort movie of mine. I could just throw it on anytime and it's
Yeah.
just fun.
To me, this has never been. I mean, the whole point of it is supposed to be around the 4th of July and all that kind of stuff because it takes place on July 3rd. But to me, this is an any time, man. I've never had it be a summer film. All right, I had it on disc in. I had features disc. But yeah, this is on Tubi. This is on Pluto. This is like on MGM Plus. There's on several different things, and I also have the book movie um, link up there also. So if anybody wants to check it out with us, get it all prepared and get it going, and we'll get going on this here in a couple of minutes. Just kind of give me the thumbs up or whatever, and let me know that you're all ready. There we go. I can practice. But yeah,
Yeah, and
I've been looking forward to doing this for a
if
while.
anybody doesn't have the Scream Factory release, I highly suggest picking that one up. Like the special features alone, this thing is
Oh yeah,
packed.
and it's cool because it has original mono. It has 5.1. It has 2.0. I love ones that have original mono master audio. I love that. And like I said, the way I do these is I turn it down to where I can just hear it. You know, that way they don't try to fuck with the copyright.
Yeah, I
They
got the
can't do it.
subtitles on. I have one of those Roku remotes that you can plug the headphones in too, so I might toss one in, but I can quote this whole movie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, me too. Now, have you ever played the zombie subtitle that's on this? That's on
I
this.
seen that. I didn't. I forgot that was on here. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
yeah, I remember that, Nidge. I was supposed to join that, and I ended up a couple things happened. I ended up joining real late, but I did finally make it. It's the first time that I've done that since. Yeah, I do remember that. Let's see, work for it, yo, hell yeah. Hey, Jim Buck, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, I will do a 10. I'll do a silent 5 along with an out loud 5, and we'll get rolling if you're ready, man. 8 in the chat now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm queued up.
All right. Start right now. Let me see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I love how right at the beginning it kind of gives you a thing, kind of like Last House on the Left does, where it kind of puts it off like it actually happened.
Yeah. And I apologize if it's a little too dark for me in here. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
it'll brighten up as the movie goes.
Oh,
I don't have any
you're
cool lights or
yeah.
nothing set up. I need to get
I
like I have some lights that can go around like my shelving unit. I'm just
yeah.
too lazy to set up.
For like a year straight, the only light that I had on me was on the TV. So I did the same thing, man. To me, at that point, that was just a mood I wanted to get into.
And I love how long this opening scene is before the credits, you know?
Right. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and right off the bat, like the characters in this movie, like
Yeah. Well,
Blue
what's cool?
Gallagher just grows on me more and more, like every time I watch it to this day.
I was reading some shit, and something struck me hilarious earlier, and it's something. Let's see if you notice it. There's a Sesame Street reference in this film with the names of people. Think about it.
Bert and
Now,
Ernie?
yeah. I was gonna say right here is Frank and Freddie, right? And then later on, Clue Gallagher comes in, and of course he's Bert, and then of course Ernie Kaltenbrunner, he's Ernie.
Yeah, shame he died, man. James Karen as well, you know.
Yeah,
These two,
James,
like, just
yeah.
they're so funny together, man. And I got a Tom Matthews autograph, and it sucks because I got one. It's got James Karen on it too. I love the dynamic, and I think he passed away maybe a year before I got that signed. Tom Matthews still seemed a little upset about it. I asked him what was your favorite part of filming this movie, and he just said being with this guy every day. He was the best.
Well, they paired back up in part 2, man, and it was ridiculously silly. But without them two pairing up, part 2 is not nearly as good as what it is. You know what I mean? They kind of make part 2.
I love part 2 so much. It's so
This one,
funny. People are so middle of the road on that. It's like love it or hate it.
it goes a little too silly for me, but I still like it. You know what I mean? This balances it so well, man. I've never seen a horror comedy balance as well as this one. This one,
Yeah, this is all like one camera shot too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got Jules Brenner on the cinematography, which I haven't seen them do a whole lot, but they do a really good job in this.
I actually I worked in a place like this at one point when I was in my early 20s. I mean, they didn't have cadavers or anything like that, but it's weird shit.
Yeah, I worked in a warehouse, but it didn't have anything really cool like this one does. You know, this one's got all the man. The cast in this is just unreal, man.
I love how proud he is of showing all this shit off.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it makes you wonder how many times he's done this with how many new guys. You know what I mean? Where he's just walked around and been the big shit. You know?
I never thought about that before.
You know what I mean? You can tell he
A
loves
lot of
being the big
guys,
shit.
a lot of guys, if this was a real job, you know, that this would probably scare a lot of people off. But
Oh hell yeah! But when you see who Freddy hangs out with, you can see why he's not scared off. You know what I mean? I fucking love Suicide, man. Scream, wimp.
I say that like all the time to this day. Like when I'm
Yeah.
in the locker room at a wrestling show or something, one of the rookies tries to crack a joke at me or something, scram wimp.
Hey, what's the matter with you, man? Just fucking respect. He's
I
badass.
just
That's
remember thinking they look so cool.
yeah. The only thing I do not like about this, the only thing in this whole film that I think I would have changed, I would have made a different decision on. I wouldn't have had Suicide get killed real quick like that. I'd have saved him around for a while. He's
Because
such
that
a
would have
good
been pretty
fucking
cool.
character.
Like 'cause he was a big guy. Like if he like stood up to one of these zombies or something, and
Yeah, yeah. Remember, he was surprised with Teeth Part 5. He's the one
yep,
that chopped the kid with the candy bar up. Mark, it's Mark Venturini. He actually died of leukemia when he was
yeah,
quite
he
young.
died real. They were saying that's
Yeah,
sad.
yeah,
He got
it is.
lucky in Friday the 13th part 5 though. He got away.
Yeah, yeah.
He kills the mentally challenged kid, and
It's just
Roy ends up
fine.
killing everyone else, but not the kid who did it.
It's just fine. But I gotta say, I think you're really out of line. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That would be a really cool guy to meet
They
if he was
they
still around.
they said he was a real sweetheart of a guy too. They all say great things about him in that documentary.
I heard like Miguel Nunez or whatever. I heard he's a prick.
Oh yeah. He doesn't
And
do nearly as much as the rest of them do. You know what I mean? You don't see as many interviews with him doing these. And
yeah, I
he
know he
and
did an interview on Pizzol's channel where he just completely cut him off and ended the interview early, and it was pretty shitty. He's
really,
like,
I
"Look,
did not know
you got
that.
3 minutes or whatever." He tells him.
Damn. Holy shit, man. That that's a bummer. That would have. Oh man.
I'd still meet him if he came around, though.
Yeah.
Just when you meet these celebrities, I'm sure you've figured it out too. That just like you can't have the highest expectations 'cause they'll let you down. Some of them will, at least.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely.
I think I
I felt
freaked out. I freaked out Tom Matthews because I was my first time meeting a celebrity. I was so like nervous. I just thought I came off really weird. He's like, "You have
yeah.
a good one, man." I'd meet him again though.
It's almost like he's not proud of doing these films. You know what I mean? They're all great characters. His character may be the best male character in this film, or at least one of them. And then, of course, what he did in he was in Friday the 13th Part 5 also. Him and his girlfriend. Ooh, babe. You know?
Now, you ever catch the Easter egg when they're in the office here, like that vision test poster on the wall? It says like Bert's a cheap ass.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I
it,
I think I might have seen it when I was a kid, maybe, but I might have forgot about it.
yeah, they showed it a little earlier. It was like how the lettering gets smaller and it goes like a triangle upside down, and it's like Bert's a cheap ass and this and that. And I have a T-shirt of that somewhere around here.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
I love his like childlike glee when he
Yeah.
jumps up with excitement and goes.
I always expected Tom Matthews to do a little more. I mean, he did a few things, but not as much as you'd think he would have. James Cameron's like legendary, man. Remember, he's the dude Poltergeist. You only moved the headstone. Why? Yeah, this is great. The Tar Man.
It's a lot of foreshadowing too, like the step that's a bitch, that chain that Tarman uses earlier.
Yep. Yeah, which shows that they. I mean, these motherfuckers are supposed to be from the '60s, from the ones that moved around and shit back in the '60s. Is the whole thing. But they still got a brain on them. They can still think. They still have logic. They can still plan. Because he straight up hooks that motherfucker them doors and says, I'm getting you.
I always remember thinking every time I see this, like how he uses these paper towels.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if I did that as a kid, like my mom would be so pissed off.
yeah.
Something you don't realize till you become an adult. Like, damn, paper towels expensive as hell.
Popia
Solid
says
engineering.
they're bringing back Suicide in the remake. Now you did say that they're doing like a sequel or a remake or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the fan film with
There's a
Linnea
couple of them.
Quigley.
Well,
Uh,
there's actually a I'll show it to you here in a little bit. There's actually a teaser trailer for a direct sequel to it. It's not a fan film. It's made by the owners of this.
yeah, the people that own the rights to Return of the Living Dead. I don't know how to feel about that, but
Well,
I mean, I'll give it a
the
chance. He
teaser's
was
good.
the guy who did Killer Goats is directing, and that movie was
Yeah, exactly.
horrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you know what I mean. I mean, if they insist on doing this shit, I wish they'd stop making so many remakes and all this bullshit and sequels and come up with some original ideas like old dudes used to do back in the day. But if they're gonna do it, I at least hope it's at least decent. They're usually not, but now and then.
I'm so sick of remakes. It's
Oh,
why I learned to really like A24. Like at least they do original
right,
shit.
right, and it's usually good quality. I mean, really good quality.
Man,
Maybe
that's
we'll get lucky.
terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of running zombies either, but I let it slide in this movie. It just and
it it just works, man. It works.
John Russo, yeah, that's a guy I gotta meet. He's usually at like every con I go to. I just the older he gets,
Yeah.
though, I gotta take a chance to finally meet him.
I want to meet the original Barbara, man, really badly. I had a chance to go and be able to meet her, but I just didn't. I just, you
Now,
know,
this is a part of the movie that I never cared for. Any of this military guy's stuff. It just seems a
right.
bit out of place.
80s gritty this was. It was shot. Oh hell yeah, it is 80s all the way, man. I remember sitting in the theater watching this motherfucker when it was brand new. And I hadn't seen
Nice
very many
house.
zombies at this point. I hadn't seen many zombie films at this time. There wasn't a huge shitload of them yet at this point. There was a couple of handfuls, and that's about it.
Looking like Pinhead in his past life. Military soldier.
He's so rude too. Whatever dinner, lamb chops. Your favorite lamb chop. I had them for
Yeah,
lunch.
I had him for lunch.
What a dick, man. He's just frustrated. He's tired of it. They've been looking for this shit forever. They know it's gonna be ugly when they do pop. Bro, Lindsay's not
That's
beef.
that's
Best
something
friend.
wouldn't mind owning, like a prop of the tub, whatever. I'm
Right.
sure someone like on Etsy or something makes them. Probably make one myself, cheaper actually, but
Oh yeah, the barrel. Yeah, you got it all set up. So this motherfucker's got some power. What is he supposed to be exactly? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I mean,
He's like the head of the military, whoever that is. I can't remember exactly what they call him.
his wife looks like she could be his mother.
She looks like she's had a stressful time.
Yeah.
He's trying to please the fucker. He comes home grouchy, wants to drink and shit. Like, damn, dude. And here we go. Suicide spray painted right across the front of his car.
I just thought these guys were so cool when I was a kid watching this.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
I mean, you heard everything about Brian Peck in here, right? He ended up
right.
being a
He was in a
creep.
lot of shows back in the day.
He's
He
actually
was
in all three of the original three Return of the Living Deads. He's the only guy in all three of them.
he was also in Last American Virgin. Fucking a couple other films
Is
from
he
the
really?
early. Yeah, he's the dorky guy that they borrow his car and take it and drive it in the ocean. He's that guy, the nerdy guy.
Yeah, he plays the Michael Jackson zombie in part 2, and then he plays one of the
Does he?
workers in part 3, in that where the homeless zombie bites them.
3 was pretty unique too, man. I thought they got really creative with that.
Yeah, that one always held a special place in my heart too.
Yeah, it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just got its own thing about it. The Suicide's face as he's driving up there, he's all grinning. He's totally digging what they're getting ready to do. Yeah, this is where the teaser trailer for the new one starts, walking through there, and it's around Christmas time, which I thought was an interesting choice for it.
It's going to be interesting to see both of these movies come out.
I mean, I hope they're good. I mean, I hope they're watchable. I guess the one that one of them's called Trash's Revenge, and that's the fan film. And I guess it's almost like a musical or something.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate musicals.
I hope it's not a musical. You know what I mean? I hope there's just a lot of music in it like this. You know? Let's see, 4 and 5 were just Sci-Fi Channel movies. Yeah, they were. We don't talk about 4. Yeah. That's from Blu-ray 3. Oh hell yeah! Hey, what's going on?
This is so classic.
Stacey?
Them waking up on the ground.
What's going on, Stacy? Says, "What is your favorite on-screen cinema moment of Michael Douglas?" Oh, shit. I don't know. There's a really good scene during Falling Down, and then his fight with Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. That's pretty good too. When he ends up face first in Kathleen Turner's watch in Jewel and Nile. I think it's Jewel and Nile. It might be romancing this time. Yeah, I think it is romancing. Yeah, quite a lot of them, man.
Can you imagine how bad that must smell?
Oh yeah, and they had their face stuck right in it too. So they're dead and they don't even know it. That's why Tarman didn't eat their fucking brain.
It's kind of like scary when you think about it too. Like where is he right now? You know?
Right. Hey, Raul, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Short of me dead, man. People just, I've never heard anybody, not one person have I ever heard say that they didn't like this. Just straight up didn't like it. Never.
Didn't like this movie.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say that. It's just, just stands by itself.
Yeah, they look like shit. Even Freddy looks kind of like purple. He's bruised up on his arm. I always like that idea of it. Maybe like where they run, it's like the rigor mortis hasn't set in completely. Which I mean, that doesn't explain the zombies that are running in the cemetery. I don't know. I struggle with this.
Rigor mortis break free too after like the first I think it's 4 to 8 hours it sets in, and then after like 12 hours it starts to break free from what I've heard.
I like how I'm always trying to make sense of horror movies, like a certain aspect of it, when nothing in the movie's making any sense.
Yeah. That half the doll was always a weird thing.
Yeah, this bums me out, him hitting the dog, but it is funny. He's got to be like held back, beating the shit out of him with the crutch.
Fucking losing, did you hype it and shit? Torment smells like a sewer and swamp water. Yeah, oh hell yeah, 50-year-old cigarette. Yeah. Let's see. Saying good day. Cool, man. Take it easy, all man. Thanks. It's interesting how this one that they have run out at him is the one that's he's not all fucked up. You know what I mean? He just dead.
Watch your tone, kid, if you like this job.
Yeah. Yeah.
James Karen, just like the way his voice is going all high pitched when he's freaking out, like it's.
Yeah.
See, there's a sign behind him right there. Bert
Right.
is a slave driver and a cheap ass.
And the cheap
son of a bitch.
Cheap ass son of a bitch who's got Go bold. Yeah.
Go on too, man. I got a T-shirt that says that on it.
Yeah.
So he slicks the hair back to get calm before he makes the phone call. And I love how right when he says, Bert, we got a problem, then just cuts to the next scene.
There we go. Give her femicide, a being killed.
Now, if anybody needs a reason to get the 4K of this movie,
Right.
this is a good example of why. Are you watching the 4K of this right now?
Yeah, yeah.
One thing I always notice with 4K is like you never notice like the sweat on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a scene. I love this song too. SSQ.
Oh yeah. When she did this, at first she come out and she had the bush, you know what I mean, but she was somewhat, covered, showing everything. But they said it was too explicit. So then she went and shaved, bald, and then they said no, that shows too much too. So then they ended up putting like a real tight bodysuit on her.
Yeah, they said that's even worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we know exactly why that is, Which I don't know. I probably would have had to go ahead and do it that way. It's still, Shay is like, oh yeah, okay. I do not like the Casey girl. That bitch. Ooh.
Yeah, I heard nobody in the cast liked her either. Oh man,
She was actually the stripper. She was the real stripper. They thought of her stripping. Yeah,
you did what? You stupid moron!
yeah. You asshole. Yeah.
I love that. I love that song she dances to. Like the lyrics in there too, where it's like, I know you think I'm nasty, but I'm not your common girl. I once slept with the devil. He was really no big thrill. I'm like, ooh. They're dancing. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Yes. SSQ. Tonight we'll make love until we die. Yep.
Bert. He's so well casted too. He looks like the fucking boss. You know what I mean? He's got like that members only jacket on.
Well, Clue Gallagher, yeah, and every time you see him, he's different. Like, remember, he's in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. He plays his dad, and he's different in that. And then he's different in fuck, what is it called? Feast.
Now, did you ever notice the Easter egg with part 1 and part 2 where I don't remember what Bert's last name is in this movie, but it's the same last name that the kid has in part 2 when he's calling off the barrel.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a not a rumor. What am I trying to say? It's like a Easter egg that they're related somehow. That's like his grandson.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do this.
Let's see. I have a state workers today. It was tough to coordinate the timing and hours. Like their tests to be done before my return. State wants my state now. So, oh, okay. Yeah, the Charmin in part 2 isn't quite as good, but someone told me that the same dude plays it though. That Alan Troutman plays him in part 2 also.
I do like the Tar Man in part 2 though. I'm not gonna lie, he's not as good, but he's scary looking. He's big.
Grindhouse Video is closing their online store. Damn, that's bad news. They could sequence yeah. Oh yeah. Barbara Hershey in various scenes toward the end. Barbara Hershey's cool as fuck too, especially in the entity. Oh man. Fucking adorable. She is Drake. Hell yeah, she is. But, yeah. Slow zombie transformation is zombie very painful process. Absolutely. Yeah. Almost like drug withdrawals. Good point. Good point.
I never thought about that before.
Yeah, yeah. This is just,
I don't even know what I'm gonna ask Linnea Quigley when we meet her. You know what I mean?
yeah, I always try to think whenever I meet these people, I want to ask something nobody ever has. You know how hard that would be?
I figure I'll probably just bring up the animal work she does. She'd probably be excited to talk about that rather than answering the same questions.
Linda Blair would definitely be excited about that.
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't she at like Comic-Con saying she refused to answer questions about The Exorcist? It's like, well,
Yeah,
what
it's
are we
like
going to talk about here?
you're a fucking horror midget, you know. You go to that shit, you know,
You
logically,
gonna
you know.
you gonna have her sign anything in particular?
Oh, yes, I do have something in particular. Um, I have from the Scream Factory and NECA, I have the Angela, and then I also have the 2-pack with her and Stooge from Night of the Demons. I'm gonna have her
That would be
sign
pretty
that.
cool.
I'll never sign that one with her and Stooge.
I
Yeah.
always want to get props signed, but I'm a creature of habit, and I've just always got 8x10s, so I'm like I just keep getting the 8x10s. But
Yeah,
I seen
I have a thing that she signed, but I wasn't there when she personally signed. You know what I mean? And that's different.
when I met Felissa Rose, two younger girls behind me, they had her sign a hair dryer.
Oh shit.
So I thought that's pretty cool.
Oh, the curling iron.
Oh yeah, I did curling iron. Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah. Couldn't happen to a nicer girl. Damn, still rough though. And I would do the vinyl. Yeah, the vinyl too. Hell yeah. Good idea. Good idea. The vinyl and the 2-pack. Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking sicker already.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially Frank. Frank's face was more stuck right in it than what Freddy's was. I do believe, wasn't he? Or was it Freddy's face closer?
I love that line too. Get the bone saw.
Yeah.
Party's over. Oh man.
That took a lot of balls for that goofy motherfucker to come up here and say that shit right there for the suicide. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? You got something wrong with your head? Yeah, you are hot. What? Suicide's not. He's not concerned with him. He's not threatened.
Now who's Tom Matthews' girlfriend? That's Beverly Randolph, right?
Yeah, yeah. Tina,
I
yeah.
always thought she was pretty cute in this movie too. Just I liked her outfit and everything. You know the she had
Completely different than the rest
the
of them.
phone
Yeah.
cord is the
Oh, fudge.
and it's funny she kind of fucks things up a little bit too. Like or they do. That's Freddy. Oh, it's definitely not Freddy. I think they fuck up. Obviously, they fuck up burning that body. I'm like, they could have
Well,
just.
yeah, it sends it right back into the atmosphere, and then it kicks in the rain clouds, and it just goes right into the graveyard.
I mean, retrospect being
Hey, Jerry.
2020, it's like they could have just put that in a crate and threw it in the river or buried it somewhere. You know
Right.
that I don't know why they wouldn't just like bury that or hide it down in the basement. Because
Yeah.
if those containers were down there that whole time and nobody ever came in and noticed them,
Yeah.
they would have been better off just throwing that shit right back in the container and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is one of the."
Yeah. Because you can obviously make them kind of you can always put them back to like a sleep or something. Obviously, you can obviously do that. Don't know how exactly, but you can obviously make them to where they're kind of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not workers anyway.
Now I know there was always a story that he was supposed to be like a Nazi or something.
Yeah.
I don't really look
Yeah.
too far into that.
How you doing, Jerry?
I love whenever they have like what is that, a coroner? Is that the name of it? Like the mortician kind of guy. Whenever they're in any movie, you notice they're always just doing common shit with the bloody gloves. They're like eating a sandwich with the bloody gloves on, or like he's making coffee with blood all over his hands.
He's not worried about, he sees this shit all the time. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it's supposed to send off. Is he does this so often, he's done it so long that it just doesn't even bother him anymore. That is illegal as fuck for Bert to be in there. He definitely should not
So
be in there.
My mom would tell me the story. She's told me before where when she was growing up in my hometown, they had this giant funeral home. It was like Phantasm style. This one funeral home in town, and she was friends with the guy whose parents ran it. And I guess when they were teenagers, they were over there smoking some pot at the funeral home, and the
Yeah.
power went out during a thunderstorm while they were like smoking pot in the funeral home. I'm like, that ain't that some shit? That was being paranoid and scared. Then you're in a pitch black funeral home. Like,
yeah. I remember seeing Phantasm when I was young, man. I must have been 6 or 7 when I first seen that because I was born in '73 and it came out in '79. So I probably seen it about '80 when it came on HBO.
I just picked up that 5 Blu-ray set from Arrow Video, the one that's region locked. I just needed to get a good collection of that movie. You know, I didn't have anything good.
Yeah, I got the one from Arrow that's got the silver spear
Oh, okay, yeah.
and
Now that would be you have the spear, yep. So that
yeah.
would be a cool collectible. That
I'd love to
oh
get the
come on,
logo.
Bird. Now that's a legal. I always wanted Freddy's jacket too. It just says "fuck you" on the back.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he's like the punks, yet he's not. Like he's like him at heart, but he just dresses a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it always seemed like he had more of like a little, like almost like a rockabilly look to him a little bit.
Yeah,
Which that's
that's
kind of
why
a
he's got the
strange thing with the
look.
Bucks too. Like none of them really match. They look like a motley crew, but
Yeah, they're they're all
like
different.
Chuck or whatever, he looks kind of like new wave.
Yeah, like like he'd be singing some English pop or something, some English pop singer or some shit like the Thompson
Yeah,
Twins or something. Fucking you know. Oh shit, I'm trying to think.
yeah, they should have just threw all
This
those
much,
body parts in a crate and buried it in the basement.
no, this much is true. Yeah, that's what he'd be singing. This much is true.
You know, it's funny when I think about it. I mean, would they really even go to jail for what they did? Like, I know they had those containers down there.
Yeah,
I'm
they were
sure
not
there's some
supposed
kind
to
of
have
law they were breaking by not getting hold of the government.
federal offense. Definitely, yeah, because they've been searching for them forever. And why they still
At
have
least,
them there and haven't called them up and said, "Hey, come and get these. We don't want them." Is beyond me.
yeah, and at least for the body they cut up.
They've been down there
I mean,
so long.
that would lead to an investigation, find out about the canisters. But I feel like with a cut
Yeah,
up body, what are the police going to do if they show up and you say, "Hey, we had a cadaver in here legally and it became alive and we defended ourselves. Now the arms are moving." Like, surely you couldn't get in trouble for cutting it up when it won't stop
yeah.
trying to kill you.
Oh, that's easy, Stacy. Favorite Chevy Chase movie? Seems like old times with Goldie Hawn and Charles Grodin. Seems like old times is fucking great. I
I'll
I
go with
I, I got the
Christmas
theatrical.
Vacation.
That's good too. The whole the first three are awesome, man. Of vacation movie. European Vacation's damn good too.
I heard he was an asshole though, Chevy Chase.
Yeah, I think he kind of became more of an asshole as the years went by. I I think it might be a little prejudice and all that, but his early shit was funny as fuck, man.
I just watched Hot Tub Time Machine, and it's funny they keep going back to that, like as an inside joke in the movie. They're like, you're an asshole, man.
Yeah, that's what they say. They wanted him off. I guess most of the other stars he started with on Community wanted him off there from day one, but he's kind of the one that helped it kind of get going.
Yeah, I heard him and Bill Murray had a
Oh yeah,
beef.
yeah, because Chevy was the first one to leave Saturday Night Live and go on and make some movies. He came back as a guest, and he came back acting like he was king shit, and Bill Murray didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, I was just watching a bunch of Saturday Night Live last night, a bunch of old Chris Farley shit. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, fudge! And as she's walking away, you can hear him making fun of her. Hey, gee, fudge!
Surprised nobody went with her.
That spider that's making fun of her too. The same dude that told her what time it was.
This is kind of a scary scene right here, even like the way they shot it. It's very tense.
It is, man.
It's like I don't find this movie scary. Obviously, I've seen it so many times, but
Right.
it's hard to be scared with any movie at this point.
Yeah,
You know?
and this one, to me, it was never, there's a couple of parts that they've done really well, scary wise, but scary is not what attracts me to this film. You know what I mean? It's like everything else. It's just total entertainment, man. Look, I mean, it moves so quick and it's done so well and paced so well. This hour and a half movie.
Man, these dark scenes got me looking like Pazuzu and in the darkness.
Yes, seems like the whole time. I love seems like the whole time. I grew up on that. That is hilarious. I could almost quote that movie, especially when I used to watch it all the time.
The Exorcist.
No, seems like old times. I could definitely quote
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see you.
I could definitely seen Strange Darling. No, I've not seen Strange Darling yet, but I've heard about it. I'm looking to see
I haven't
that.
seen it either.
And the Smile movies, I'm hearing a lot of good things about too. I haven't seen them either.
I heard Smile 2 was really good, but I heard the first one sucked, so I never gave either one of them a chance.
Wesley to return for a third movie. Yeah, where they were both truckers who wins the lottery and are billionaires, build massive castles. Dan, you got it all planned. When stuff, they're very crazy and rich. Yeah, they did have a nice charisma together, Woody and Wesley Snipes. Woody can do anything. Dude. Woody Harrelson can do anything, acting wise. He's proven that, man. Out of the furnace is absolutely excellent.
Man, it's like they should have known this was a bad idea.
Yeah, but they're just thinking about they're getting rid of them. They're burning them all up. That way you can't come after them. They're thinking about it basic like that.
It's funny how good just fire looks on 4K. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ron Howard, yeah, or even better than Ron Howard, you got old meathead Rob Reiner would do one even better. Rob Reiner Rob Reiner's a hell of a fucking filmmaker, man. And I loved his character Meathead on the Family. Stivic. I love On the Family. If you watch On the Family with the right mindset, where you're thinking the whole point of that show is to show the ignorance of Archie's fucking prejudice. That's the whole point. That's the whole comedy of it. You're supposed to laugh at him because he's so stupid, but he's so great at it.
It's just another example. I know we got our movies turned down, but like how good the soundtrack is, and that original theme kicks in when the smoke hits the sky.
Yeah. That's oh god, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. I got it right here. Matt Clifford does. Matt Clifford did this. Great original score to go along with the great funk soundtrack. Now, something I was always curious about, something I always ask everybody about when I talk about this movie. Do you think that shit going up in the atmosphere kicked the rain in, or do you think it was going to rain anyway?
Do I think what now?
Do you think that shit going up into the atmosphere kicked the rain in? Do you think it turned them into like rain clouds, and that's why, or do you think it was going to rain anyway?
I think it caused the rain. If off the top of my head,
Right.
I don't really have nothing to back that up though.
Right. It could definitely go either way. Inside the cinema hall.
Roll up your windows again. I busted them.
Yeah. Huge poster of that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I heard something they did for this movie too was like they in that documentary they said they got like everyone together like 2-3 weeks beforehand to like
Yeah,
rehearse and just get to know each other a little better.
yeah.
I think more movies should do that just to get that chemistry.
Oh, definitely. I don't know why they all don't do it, man. Like that was up to the start. That was up to these actors, though. You know what I mean? It's what because they did that shit on their own time. You know that
Yeah.
that just showed how dedicated and how passionate they were about it. You know, if they're doing this for the dollar sign, they're not going to. But if they really want to turn out a good performance and a good film, they're going to do that.
Yeah, like I worked the wrestling match last weekend against this kid. It was his third match, and before just talking the match, I just asked him a bunch about himself, and then by the time we, called the shit, he was way more comfortable, just like getting to know each other a little better, rather than, hey, here's what we're doing, you fuck up, getting stiffed.
Yeah, yeah, it was like that when I hung out with George Animal Steel in 2000 when he came to and did a show for the promotion that I was working for. He's a really cool guy, man. He just walked right out. I was outside smoking a cigarette. He come right out and bummed a cigarette off me. You know, George Animal Steel come walking up, like, hey, you got an extra one of those? And I was like, what? He's like, a cigarette. I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, you can have a couple. It was really cool. Standing there, I should have talked to him for like 20 minutes, man. He's a really down to earth,
Yeah, he
cool
used to
guy.
be like a gym teacher in Michigan.
Yeah, gym and math also, or was it history? It was something like that.
Oh, I feel him so much on this. He's like, they go to leave. Let me just catch my breath first.
Old Frank's looking blue. He's looking almost blue as his shirt. What are you talking about? The shit that came out the tank, man.
We breathed it.
I always thought it was really weird how Bert just all of a sudden says, "Oh, that's it. We're gonna take him to the emergency room." You know what I mean? Even though he knows that shit could come out, he sees that they're very sick, so he's like, "Fuck." He knows he grabbed his old buddy Frank. He's gonna make sure he's all right.
They should have known better than to burn that. Now, you know what I mean? Because that smoke, that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fog got him so sick.
Anything you put into the air, yeah, is going to, you know, come back down. You know what I mean? It's inevitable.
This is pretty innovative too. You know, we were talking about like them eating brains, but just like how they got infected, pretty much like a virus.
Right. It's probably the second one that I know of that was like that. The first one that I know of was like that. It was done more with agriculture, and that was Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, aka
That's
letting
so good.
baby horses die. Yeah, that's a damn good one, man. It's very unique. It was the first of its kind.
I just
Like,
realized the other day I've never seen Hell of the Living Dead. I must have been thinking it was something else. And I
well,
thought I owned it because I know they put out that 4K.
yeah, reaction with the clouds.
So many damn good zombie movies.
Ninja agrees with you that it caused reaction and kicked the rain in. Yeah, I mean you could look at it either way. Steve Martin just made a book for Murray Spence. Hey, why they never worked together? Why would you have paired them? What we paired them as? Bill Murray and Steve Martin? Shit, they could have done anything, man. In the '80s, it wouldn't have mattered. Early to mid '80s,
Right.
Steve Martin, Bill Murray.
Couple rival baseball coaches, working in a grocery store.
Yeah, it would not have mattered what they did.
I think Steve Martin's pretty underrated. For
He is.
comedians, man.
And all of them can act in other roles too, man. Like, look how good, some of the best actors around at one time were comedians.
I still quote Steve Martin to this day when he's like, "If I wanted to joke, I'd follow you into the John and watch you take a leak."
Yeah,
See, now that's scary.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see some shit has went on. Bad shit.
It's like when you see an abandoned wheelchair, you're like, "Oh, what happened? I hope a miracle."
It's just too quiet. And then there's Freddie's hat. Yeah. She's actually pretty ballsy to keep going down there like this. There's that step again. Creak. She is so not cut out for this.
Apparently, they didn't tell her about the step when she ran up and she got hurt legitimately, I guess.
Oh shit.
You can see how her leg kind of bends in.
Yes, yeah, it does. It bends. Yeah, it goes behind her.
You know, I wish we could have seen more of her and Freddie like as a couple before he got sick. Just like see their dynamic.
Right.
I feel so bad for her in this movie, really.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, she's just not cut out for this, man. She didn't know what the hell she was stepping into. Bray. Oh
Like
shit.
she always came off to me like she wasn't one of the punkers, you know, she just her boyfriend was and she's hanging out with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. She's with them simply because she's with Fred. Yep. Absolutely. There's no way she'd be hanging with them if she wasn't with Fred. She wouldn't even know him.
Like, you know, her parents weren't happy to see who was picking her up.
Because Freddie's one of those guys that kind of hangs out with everybody. You know, that's what I get. If you're cool, Freddie hangs out with
Yeah, he almost looks like he could have been a jock or something. I mean, maybe it's just like that style
you.
jacket he's wearing.
Probably was, but also likes the punk lifestyle and likes punk music. You know, he's that guy. She would have stayed as music as he was in the 70s, 80s. Yeah, like the Jerk and shit like that. Oh my god, the Jerk. And this, what's this? Oh, and all by myself. And this, I think I want this. That's smart shit, man. You don't see zombies smart like this very often. Since I don't get a chance here, he just runs down and runs right into that motherfucker. Well, you're not expecting to run down the steps and have this tar man fucking take a bite out of your head. You know what I mean? That's not what you're thinking. Completely
What the
catches him off
fuck?
guard. It pulls it down. So look how excited he is. Brains. All right. Took out probably the toughest one of the group.
See, they talk about how gory this movie is. I don't find that very gory. I mean, yeah, maybe I've just seen too much shit, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great.
We definitely been conditioned. And if you're a big zombie film fan and slasher fan like you are and like I am, we've seen lots of blood and gore, man.
Help me with the door, stupid fuckers.
Yeah. I get later on when he calls Clue Gallagher a stupid honky. Stupid honky? They make an interesting team. Nunez and Clue Gallagher later. Uh,
Yeah.
they have chemistry though, you know. I think Clue could have chemistry with anyone he wanted to. You know what I mean?
Man, he looks terrible. It's actually really gross, like in 4K.
Yeah, yeah.
Some movies
Yeah.
I don't need in 4K. Like I remember when From Beyond came out in 4K. I'm like, I don't need to see that in high definition. It's nasty.
Yeah. Where's Will Ferrell now? Reunion shot, like CC horror comedy. Grave robbers fighting demons. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Will Ferrell had a time there where he was pretty funny. He had a stretch. Right about the same time as Adam Sandler. They had a couple of really good shows, like the Semi Pro when he's singing his own theme. Touch me, baby, or whatever the fuck that song is. That fucking song was killer. Oh, I wish I could remember how it goes.
Makes me wish I was an actor. You know, like think about like if you could have just had like a little small role, like if you were one of the paramedics in this movie, like how cool would that be?
Yeah, yeah.
I think these might have been like real paramedics or something. I don't
Ooh,
remember what that
yeah.
story was.
Barbara Crampton in 4K, man.
Yeah, she looks great still, man. This day, she looks better than she did back then.
You seen Body Double, right? You know that real short scene that she's in when he comes in and he's that's his girlfriend and she's riding the fuck out of this guy and enjoying the fuck out of it. In
I don't think I've ever seen that.
you gotta see it. It's a Body Double. It was one of Melanie Griffith's first films. Man. It's got Craig Wasson. It's Brian De Palma from like '83.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I just love De Palma, man. From Beyond's damn good too. Stuart Gordon was damn good too. Dolls is, I think, is the best doll movie ever made.
I love that movie so much. They had a copy on VHS at Static Tape I wanted to get, but it was like $40.
Yeah, I bet.
I can't wait for you to check that place out. Like, man,
Yeah.
such a good shot. And
All hell's
what was
about to
it?
break.
Was it the Cramps were playing right there when they went running? They had that above shot, I believe.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? Oh, I love in this one how they actually come out of the ground. That doesn't happen a lot in zombie films.
I know that was a big regret. That skeleton. They were talking about they hated that was in the movie.
Really? I love that skeleton, man. I think it's badass. It's perfect.
Face plant.
Yeah, she's so badass and talks all this shit and she loves about being killed and all this kind of stuff. But she's a completely different chick now. Trash is
It's kind of a
completely
fun
different.
dynamic with them coming out of the graves, like in a rainstorm too, like with all the mud.
Yeah.
Don't normally see that. Or
This is the real trash you're seeing right now. This is the one that's not guarded. This is the real girl. The girl that probably only suicide knew. You see how vulnerable she really is when shit really hits the fan. Let's see. Yeah, Robert Cranston, man. Still doing movies. Still kicking ass to this day, Robert Cranston. Yeah, they're freaking out. Let me the fuck in. It's when they come in and tell him they're coming out of the ground. He's like, out of the ground? Yes, out of the ground. Are you crazy? Are you on
So they're
PCP?
crazy and they're screaming and they're terrible.
Are you crazy? Are you on PCP? Where the fuck did you get PCP from?
Shut up and listen.
What is it? It's people screaming. Dead people screaming. Well, it sounds ridiculous. You know what I mean? Considering what he's been seeing, though, he's inclined to believe at least a little bit.
Like, this is scary. Like, man, they're right on their ass.
These motherfuckers run like Carl Lewis. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're on their ass. They want that. If you can't run, you are fucked, man. I love this part when they're running out there and that dude runs and nails him with that tackle. Blam! It smears his ass across there. Just wipes him the fuck out. Quarterback sack, loss of 10 yards, second down.
Now, this is a scene, a part here in particular with the 4K where I never noticed this before, but when he hits the headlights and shows all the zombies, you can see like an extra row or two of extras that I can never see, like even on the Blu-ray, which is kind of cool.
Look at that, yeah.
Yeah, like those ones in the back, like
no two zombies look the same in this either. No two zombies look the same.
They look pretty good too. Oh,
is that one a little person or what is he? That one that's kind of there that's got the one real long arm and he walks into.
I think so.
That's great. He's the scariest zombie there is in the film.
How scared Ernie is of it.
Yeah, man. Bert and Ernie. That all these years it didn't really strike me until a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Fucking Bert and Ernie." That's great.
Medical Supply Warehouse. Shit.
Yep.
Oh,
Trash Zombie classic. Love the big extended mouth when she eats people. Yeah, when she comes up in her mouth and goes, yeah, that's fucking creepy.
yeah.
Because of her mouth open, yeah. And you can hear it going like she just bit into an apple.
Yeah, this is pretty terrifying right here. Like,
Oh
hell
yeah,
no.
it was definitely on HBO and Cinemax and Showtime and shit all the time back in the day. First movie I ever recorded with a VCR was this movie.
I think the right move to make in any scenario like this is like just go high. Like screw boarding that shit up. Like go to the attic or something, you know.
Actually, Austin, NECA does have the skeleton versions of Suicide and Trash. You know, the ones from the front of the poster. They have those, but they don't have them regular. But NECA does have a couple figures of them like zombies, the skeleton zombies.
Yeah, that might be something to look into to get her to sign. Might
Right. Right.
some kind of a prop. I should have her sign my killer workout vinyl.
Hell yeah. Killer Work. Hell yeah. I got that Blu-ray. I don't have the vinyl. Killer Workout, man. There he is. That's just he's so fucking weird, and he about falls in front of his fucking face there. Why is his arm that fucking long?
I like how like disgusted he is, how scared he is of
Well, like I'm saying, man, that little dude was the scariest fucker so far.
one of the companies I work for, Super Shogun Wrestling, they have their own venue that they run out of, and they're renting out the space for the little people wrestling, the midget wrestling shows coming to town, and
Yeah.
our home venue is going to host. They said anybody that works for the company, we're allowed to come up and just hang out.
Have you met a lot of the midget wrestlers? I know one real well, man. His name's Chris Geyer. And
I
he
haven't met
wrestled
any.
back when I did. He worked for Vince
It's really
McMahon.
popular.
And he was POD, I do believe was his name at one point. He's real good, man. Like he started before me, and I think he's still doing it here and there, you know. And I did it for 12 years, and I've been retired now for 13 years.
Lucky.
Like
I will say my battery's getting low on my phone, so I might have to get up at one point to grab the charger, but I should be able to make it through the rest of this.
well, that's cool, man.
I was just adding on this to the Surfing Dead. It's my favorite song on the whole soundtrack.
My phone has actually died while I was live before. like if my phone died and you was still on live, it wouldn't disconnect the live stream.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, I love this song.
It won't disconnect until you do.
He busted his ass. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, I seen that Ninja where the medical supply warehouse there in I think in Los Angeles. It went up for sale. I can't remember how much it was.
This might be the spot right here. Like rather than boarding the whole place up, they got metal bars on the windows. It's almost like just board up that door.
Now,
but I think that's going high, going to the attic. You know what I mean? Because you could, you could bust a hole through the roof and build a rope ladder or something. You know, I'll give it this much thought. And that damn zombie looks like Hitler.
This zombie here that was real pasty when it says send more paramedics. He looks like a zombie that would have been in Night of the Living Dead. Big time. When they first showed him, you could see a part of his arm on early cuts. You could see a part of his arm, the actual flesh color, when his sleeve comes up. They fixed it since then to where you can't. But I have a copy back in the day where his sleeve goes up and you can see his arm on my old DVD. And the old VHS, I have the old original VHS for this too.
I really want to get the VHS to this.
Yeah, I got it.
I just started my VHS collection back up. We think you should. All downhill from here.
Here it is.
Damn.
In great shape too, man. And here's my car, man. Let him out. He's fucking losing it. What outdated ice cream flavor do you want to make a comeback? Bubblegum, rum raisin, Melba peach, strawberry cheesecake, or peach, maybe. Yeah, they'll always bring bubblegum back. I didn't
He's
know
looking,
anyway.
he's looking rough.
Yeah. Well, it's set in and shit. And him
And so
knowing
Tom Matthews is partially guilty for having all these zombies take over and for Zombie Jason coming back.
he's explaining to them that fucking rigor mortis has set in and blood is pooling and he's still alive. Kind of. He's conscious, we'll put it that way. How do you tell somebody that, you know? Looks like what's wrong with you, man, is rigor mortis is setting in. What?
He's going to become one of those things.
Exactly. I mean, you know, he's definitely got a real concern. He's got a legitimate concern.
Like that he like wants to go after him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Spider kind of turns into like the hero, really, in a lot of ways.
he does. He does a really good job, dude. He has chemistry with everybody. Nunez does. He's just really good. It's just too bad that he didn't appreciate it as well as I hope he would. Here it is. Here's when they tackle these motherfuckers. He wipes him the fuck out, man. He sees him, turns around, starts running. See, here's it. Quarterback sack, 5-yard loss, second down. Damn, just smeared his ass. But that actor was like, God damn. Fuck, dude, you're a little excited there, weren't you? I'm not playing a fucking football game here, but
He cut that arm off. I hadn't noticed that either.
for some reason that always excited me watching that fucker get wiped out like that. Because I was always a big football fan too.
Hell no.
She is. There she is. She's cool as fuck, man. Just so creative. The zombies and just the ideas they had for this film that made it different, way different than any other zombie film. I mean, she has a conversation with him and tells him shit, you know?
I got a T-shirt or a tank top with her on there and everything, and
It's awesome.
nobody. It's a weird design. No one ever knows what it is. So I thought that was Godzilla on your shirt. I go, no, it's. If you really look at it, it's a naked corpse. I'm just like wearing it in public.
Yeah. Fight Rags or Terror Threads or one of them right now has got Turd Living Dead shirts on. And it's got her on the front coming out. It looks awesome. I haven't got my hands on it yet, but I want to.
Man, I ordered that umbrella box set for Terrifier, and to get the free shipping, I ordered that censored shirt. You know, did you see that where it didn't show what was on it? It was just completely censored. So I bought that. I still don't. I haven't seen anybody open it. I just still don't know what's on the shirt. I'm like, I probably can't wear it in public. If it's censored online, it's probably just somebody ripped up or something. I'm like, curiosity got the better of me. I'm like, I gotta pick this up.
I think my Return of the Dead shirt was in here, but I don't think it is.
I always found the spinal like fluid on the table is kind of nasty. Ugh.
Yeah, that's cool. I love how the spine's just moving back and forth, almost like a tail, man. Just the detail. That's great detail. Yeah.
I love the concept too. Like eating the brains makes the pain go away. It hurts being dead.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Imagine having a conversation with this fucking zombie. The pain. It's something you never think about. The pain of being dead. It's like, damn. I bet it does fucking hurt. Because you can feel yourself rot. Yeah.
Ugh. I'm gonna bust it in the head.
Yeah, bust him in the damn head.
Ugh.
How's that make you feel? Makes the pain go away. Makes sense. It makes sense, man. No wonder they want to fucking bite a hole in people's head, you know? I would too. I mean, I bet it hurts like a motherfucker to rot. They don't want to be awake any more than they want to be awake, you know?
You know, when I'm thinking about what I'm gonna ask Linnea Quigley, I think I'm just gonna straight up just ask her is whatever I could think of about Return of the Living Dead. Because you know, like watching this right now with you, like it's my favorite movie of all time. Like I don't even care if it's cliche. I'm just gonna say like, you know, even if it's stupid, was it fun?
Yeah, I mean, she's got two great characters, like in Night of the Demons. Suzanne, that's a great character too, man. Two of my
Yeah,
favorite
and even
characters ever.
small role in like Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love her
Oh
in
yeah,
Nightmare Sisters.
because you know, Night of the Demons, she does so much, man. Sticking the fucking lipstick in her nipple.
I know somebody told me they would be like upset meeting her because she's older now. I go, I don't give a shit. Like,
She's still attractive. I don't care. She's still got that ass too that she showed in Night of the Demons too. Remember? Did you ever see the remake of Night of the Demons a few years back? She bent over and she had that same outfit on. You remember that?
is she in that? I haven't seen that in so long.
Briefly, yeah. Um,
With Edward Norton.
Trick or treaters go up to her house, and she's like, "Yeah," and then she turns around to get the candy and sticks her ass there, and you can see her ass. She does the same type thing, and she still had that ass, man.
Or Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. It's another good one.
Or just repossessed for tonight anyway.
Yeah, this is a really cool effect, like the way her jowls open like that.
This 4K, you can see her face as she walks up, man. You can see how scary it looks. She does have I mean, her face, yeah, she looks sinister. Each zombie's unique like that. Like I said, they ain't no two that look the same. They don't,
I don't like her, but I love this line that she gives. Like she's gonna say something deep to him, like "I never did like you."
I never did like you, but please only try. Yeah. For some reason, he likes her. You know what I mean? It's like he can see something in her. I guess. I think she's just a bitch, man, with a terrible wig.
Yeah, it's like rewatching this. I love it so much. I just, you know, talking with
Yeah.
someone about it when I watch it, it's like makes me just wish we had more backstory with everybody. Like I want to know like what their family lives were like, and this would be really good, like for someone to write a book, like an adaptation. You know, like more stories
Yeah.
about the characters.
Yeah.
Sure, there's something out there.
Yeah,
Maybe
man.
I'll write it.
Well, shit, us just seeing it so many times and being such big fans of it for so many years, I can just sit here and let my imagination just go stupid, man, and I can think all kinds of shit for these motherfuckers that would work. You know, um, I I love to sit and critique and point out the relationships and how they got, and how they got, chemistry together and the like the evolution of what Freddie and Frank's going through here.
I
I love
like
how
to put
Frank's got control. You know what I mean? He can control it a little longer. He knows what he's about to become, so he goes and tries to get rid of himself. You know,
yeah, they were saying he added that part in with
kiss and ring.
uh burning whatever you call that, the
Yeah, burn.
like where he says, yeah, where he says some big favor I could operate that damn thing.
Yeah. Earlier, yeah. I don't think he's a big fan of old Ernie Colton Bruner. I really don't. I don't think he wanted him to be involved, but he's probably right. If something like that happens, you involve as little people as possible. You know, like if he's ever going to murder somebody, don't get a bunch of motherfuckers with you. If you're gonna kill somebody, do it by your fucking self. You dumbasses. Not that I want to, but if I did, it would be just me. I guarantee you. I'm not gonna bring a bunch of fuckers knowing what I'm doing. No,
Man, yeah, this just it gives such a feeling of like impending doom. Like there's just no way out.
yeah, because it don't matter how many they come. Remember later on, it shows a whole line of cop cars, and it just doesn't matter because you can't stop.
Someone mentioned Will Ferrell earlier. This guy kind of always thought he looked like him.
Yeah.
When he becomes the zombie, kind of looks like zombie Will Ferrell.
It's
Oh,
just
this is pretty
horrid.
brutal. Oh, that's nasty.
Freeze up, your fucking brains out. They don't give a fuck. Look, blow my brains out. I don't give a shit.
This place, everyone comes in, gets swallowed up.
That's a good point. Austin says, I wonder if the MPAA messed with this movie. If they did, I've never really heard anything about it.
Yeah, I never heard of stuff getting cut.
Mm-mm.
I'd love if there was an extended cut. I know they're about to put out an extended cut of 1990 Night of the Living Dead.
Cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's a decent remake. She does okay. I just think her transformation goes from quiet and and timid to just this ass kicking fucking Sarah Connor chick happens just too fast. I much prefer the Judith O'Dea version because she does strengthen up finally toward the end. Unfortunately, her brother throws her off. That's how she gets killed. You know, she's kicking ass till she sees her brother. And, oh my god. Of course, I just like Judith O'Dea. I loved her performance in the original Night of the Dead.
That drool coming out of the mouth too. That's nasty.
Yeah, it's like foam and shit. There it is. He just completely died.
She kind of comes off pretty worthless, like towards the end of this movie. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, she basically becomes somebody that they just have to protect. You know what I mean? That she can't do shit but holler. It's like, here, come with me, I'll protect you. And you need somebody that can help you more than that in this situation.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't just be protecting somebody else like that. And all she can do is scream and run. At least she's running. I mean, she does kick her man's ass here. Thud. Thud. Just dropping his ass every fucking time. That's a hell of a pipe. Uh-oh. Look, he had Spider there with the old sledgehammer, or he was dead. They're like
I got a double tap.
they're like pure motor function because they can get their brains ate out, still come back and come after you.
Get the girl.
Down.
I mean,
Now
to be
down.
fair, she's playing it pretty good because that is how you'd be, she'd be traumatized.
Oh, yeah. He is too for a minute, man. He loses it.
And this movie goes so quick. We're like, this is funny. He was only supposed to slap him once.
Yeah.
Second one was a surprise.
He was so fucked up because he obviously cared about Freddy because he did not like seeing Freddy like that. He did not like that at all.
And this movie flies by too, in the sense that like everything that's been happening, this is probably a matter of hours, really. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it takes probably. Let me see. It started what? It was like 5 or 6 p.m. or something. So it's probably 10 or 11 by now. 10, 11, 12 maybe.
Probably what took the longest was just boarding everything up. Probably an hour or so.
Yeah, so it may be 1 a.m.
Like I was saying, they need to just go to the attic or something.
And it works out perfectly because shit hits the fan and the climax happens when it's turning daylight, which during the summer in July would be what, 5 a.m., 5:30. So
Part two definitely has the happiest ending. I will give one critique to this movie. I said it's my favorite, but I never cared for the ending that much.
Right.
I like it. It's just like I wanted more. That's me kind of nitpicking.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. This mismatched bunch of people. Like every one of these people is completely different than the other. Yeah, help this girl. Hobble over here and help her out because she's just not made for it.
She plays a Deadite witch in Army of Darkness. Are you talking about Barbara from Night of the Living Dead 1990? No, she played one of them.
Very cool. Yeah, yeah. Hey, George Lorenzo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Always love that. Like, yeah, how do you kill someone that's already? It's not a bad question, Bert. In the work, Austin says in the work print ending, the military covers up the zombie outbreak and nuke blast. Well, that's kind of what I figured. Austin says yes. Night of the Living Dead, 1990. Plays the one in the castle. Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
If they had to leave, what they gotta do? Just sit out there and put the bullshit. There's enough of those. They could flip that car all over the place.
There's a situation where you'd want to be somewhere like in the remake of Dawn of the Dead, where you could have like a parking garage and like soup up whatever you're gonna drive. Get in a damn helicopter or something.
Coward, fuck you. He crashes. He's you stupid honky. I fucking love it. God damn, it's like, oh my god.
That's scary.
These fuckers are running toward like they're heading toward the front row of a concert, man. They're heading to the green, man.
The ball of death.
Here it is. He's like, you stupid honky. Oh man. See, Spider is he's even good friends with the Thompson twins guy. Give him a big
I
old
love
hug.
this. He mentions his car outside, and it blows up.
Not anymore. Yeah. Patricia Tallman. Yeah. Alexander and Babylon 5, Luxury and Deader. Phil Mosley, she was Australian 40 years way back from that. Cool. Let's rewatch Army of Darkness. I was never a huge fan of that one of the Evil Dead. Army of Darkness.
Yeah, because it's for me, it's got a lot of like Monty Python comedy in it, and I'm not a big fan of like that type of humor. It grew on me the last time I watched it. Army of Darkness, that is.
I think my favorite Evil Dead movies are probably the original, 1981, and the remake. The remake, that is a badass remake. You talk about just a straight pure horror movie, man. That is a horror. That remake
That's one violent movie. I honestly like Evil Dead Rise. I like that too.
Yeah, it's not bad. The only complaint I had with it was it just didn't feel complete at the end. You know what I mean? It felt like it was good, but something was missing in it. It's like something is missing in it. Something didn't happen that should have, or something. But yeah, I mean, I do like it. It's better than a lot of sequels. I'll put it that way. But I'm kind of a picky ass. Here it is. Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Get them, damn! They just nail them like a mob, man. Like a bunch of motherfuckers at the picket line or something, you know? You're not gonna pass. You're not past the picket line. Police blockade. Who blocked in? Come on. You know, they're up in the helicopter talking that shit. So the helicopter all acted all
Yeah, my phone's getting low on battery, but I don't know where this charger's at. So I think I can make it through the rest of this. Only 5-10 minutes left.
You're cool if you want to grab it, man. No big deal.
My phone got all dead recording and uploading a new video today. That video did shit. I like did my reviews all in one video as like a new format. I'm like, I'm just gonna review 13 movies at once. Let me know if you guys like it. I'm like, oh, apparently not. I guess I'll go back to long form reviews.
No, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet because I was getting prepared for this. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna check it out a little bit. I'll give it a view here in just a little bit.
I watched some good ones. I seen that movie Bully for the first time. Larry Clark's. That movie was crazy.
That's a good movie, man. That's a good.
Kind of one that gives you a mind fuck at the end. Like, wow, that was intense.
That's accurate to the true story too, man. That is very accurate.
I always question what he's doing here necessarily. Is he just like he wants to put her out of her misery or something?
If they bust through, he's gonna shoot her. Yep.
I always had a feeling this was improv for some reason, just because he's a pretty seasoned actor.
That's a Ruger he's got, isn't it?
I know he used to do like a lot of like stage work.
Oh
I
yeah.
like that he kind of has a character arc here, like redemption, where he finally wants to get his hands dirty. Like he's so tired of this shit. Like my warehouse, I'll take his head off.
I take that back. I got one more complaint. I got two complaints. Suicide got killed too quick, and there wasn't enough tar man. I wanted more tar man. I'd love to have had more of that tar. Eat two or three of these motherfuckers, you know? Brains.
Yeah. Honestly, we could have gotten more of these kids killed off through the movie. Would have been nice, you know.
Yeah, why
You
didn't
really need
Suicide?
those two.
Suicide would have been badass if he'd have got up. Like right as they're doing this, Suicide gets up.
Yes, last name's Wilson. That's what it was, Mr. Wilson. And then when the
Right.
little kid Jesse calls the army in part two, it's Jesse Wilson. So there was the
Right.
idea that they were family members.
But he's Burt Wilson, yeah.
I always like this short little performance from this cop, like like genuine. Like you tell me what the hell is going on around here?
He's just straight up frustrated, man. He's like, I'm motherfuckers get killed, no one will tell me nothing. What the hell's happening?
I always thought
Here it is, where she comes up and just takes this. It sounds like she's biting into an apple. See, she's pale as fuck too. Here she goes. Oh, just pulls his head off. You hear that? Like a bite into an apple. I love it. Like the original Evil. Oh, the original Evil Dead is fucking brilliant. Awesome. I adore that movie. They weren't too smart about covering the tracks fully though. No, they all got busted. They all are still presently in prison, I think. Yeah, they fucked up bad. That just goes to show that, man, that hysteria, you know what I mean? Because most of those fuckers that was involved in killing him didn't even know him. Oh shit, lost pizza. He lost his charge. Well, hopefully he'll be back here in a minute. But yeah, they all just killed the most. Only like two of them, two or three of them even knew him, and there was like what 6 or 7 of them involved in that shit. It's crazy, man. I always thought Joe Phillips was fantastic, and she was fucking hot as fuck too. I like Joe Phillips. She did the light remake of It's Alive also. Joe did. Like really? Oh yeah, the Brad Renfro character. Yeah, he's not getting out. No way. The mob guy too. The guy that act like the mob guy. He got life without parole too. I do. So I think that's the other one. I think that's the two that'll end up being there until they die. Because that's the two that actually killed him. You know, that actually finished him off. Because the Brad Renfro character stabbed him several times, and then the mob type dude finished him off and beat him in the head and put him in the swamp. Good movie though. Good movie. Yeah. I got the original DVD of that a long time ago. I won't bet on this gonna be for years. I was preaching about that movie 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago on here, and a lot of people hadn't seen it yet. And I kept telling everybody, man, movies like that, that, like I said, Fortress of Rachel Ward and little shit like that, man, good ass movies that people just have not seen. Slashers like that too. That's why I come up with that show, the Forgotten Slasher show. I'm going to do another one of those here soon. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'll make sure it's a good one that's not seen real often. Shit happened to Pizza. Hopefully he's charging up and coming back. Pizza's a cool guy, man. I always enjoy having him on. He needs to start doing some live streams, man. I think he'd do them really well. I think Pizza do live streams really good. He's got good personality. He's outgoing. You know what I mean? Nice guy. I think he'd be a good host. Trick to being a host is being able to watch the film, talk about the film, and talk to the chat, and just keep it going. You know what I mean? You can't have dead air. That's the whole trick to it. For a lot of people fall short, I think. You can't have that dead air, not for very long anyway, because it just people may not like me a lot sometimes, but they have to admit that I'm a damn good live stream host. Regardless of what you think of me, you gotta admit that I'm good at what I do. God damn. Because excellent, man, excellent. Did they? Usually, yeah, that's a bummer. They shoot this missile, man. They don't even try. They just shoot this missile. It's like they knew this is what they was going to have to do. They knew it. Here it comes. They knew that if this shit ever hatched, they talk about the eggs hatching. If they ever hatched, they was just going to blow the thing up. Yeah, it's 4K. You can really see that makeup on. It's nasty. Boom! This is supposed to be what? Kentucky, I do believe. Some city, yeah, Kentucky. I love the little miniature shit they got going here. That's pretty cool. What it would do too, the blast from that would fucking. Someone said that blast would blow down houses. I'd just be blowing them right the fuck down. Trees over within like 20, 30 miles and shit. Oh yeah, they're definitely spent. They just don't give a fuck, man. They're gonna wash everything away. I think you're right. That's correct, sir. Well, should be back by normal in the morning. Yes, sir. I understand. We'll visit Louisville tomorrow. We had a close to Louisville. No, we won't want that to happen, sir. No, sir. This hasn't been pleasant for anyone. What do you mean, motherfucker? You said it's some cushion. Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Assholes, man. Assholes. Yeah, and it went back into the air and it rained again. It's party time. I love how when it's ending here too with the credits, it's showing the little scenes. Here, I'm going to show the. I'm going to go ahead and show a couple of things here. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the Return of the Living Dead, the two trailers that they put out. It's supposed to be the direct sequel to this. So here we go. Back to back, bro. That's weird, y'all. That is weird, man. I think that is strange. Yeah, I don't mind the look of it either, Austin, man. I think it's all right. Hell yeah, I like it. A couple of things here I'm going to show here just because. Let me see. A couple here. Check this out.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Good old Cool J. Never a big guy on rap, but there's a couple of people I like a lot. Yeah, man. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, interesting looking. It could kind of be a little creepy, maybe not. But how he's just standing there, I think is so strange, man. I liked that. They've captured a vibe. You know what I mean? They've captured an atmosphere for sure. See what they do with it. Hopefully it's good. Mm-hmm. It don't look like Pizza's gonna be able to join back up with us, guys. But thanks a lot. Here, let me one more little thing before we leave here. See what you guys think about this little creation that I made.
My good fellow, your date appears to look just like a rat. Hey, don't say that about my pumpkin. She's self-conscious.
Here, let's do it one more time.
My good fellow, your date appears to look just like a rat. Hey, don't say that about my pumpkin. She's self-conscious.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That said what it said what it needed to say, I think. Um oh yeah. Hopefully y'all thought that. But yeah, man. Thanks guys. Thanks for joining me, man. Had a great time. Always had a great time with this movie. Always had a great time with Killer Pizza. He's a hell of a guy. Good guy. Um but yeah, thanks a lot. And I'll catch you guys next time. That was Killer Pizza, and I'm Goraphobe, and you are not. Have a great night. Take it easy.
Good luck to you. Your raggedy ass goddamn family for real. That's why you is a whole ass bitch for real. Reason why the f you live a miserable life except that you dumb, ugly, and for real. You should work for Putnam County. What the f you doing out here? You raggedy ass for real. Stupid bitch for real. How the f you got somebody else driving under the influence? Nick, no goddamn keys in the ignition. Was nobody driving? You stupid for real. Hey, Captain. Oh, Putnam County. That's what the f don't cut him out of his face. Cut his shit the same too. Cause he's dumb for real. He ugly. He's stupid for real. Work for Putnam County.
Because I am Goraphobe, and you are not.
My good fellow, your date appears to look just like a rat. Hey, don't say that about my pumpkin. She's self-conscious.